say, because you were expecting this to be like typical, job interview. You're like, hey, and no. How are you?
single person, but for two of them. And I'm like,
Is it that close?
1 minute.
but in 14 months, we'll have 3 seats open.
Or, because the mayor will also be open.
Oh, yeah, but 3 counts.
3 council, yep, 3 of the 5. Yeah.
14 months. Are you counting down?
Am I counting?
Yeah. Counting. 1 more month to go, 1 more month to
Yeah,
go.
last Tuesday, it was 420 days.
But who's counting?
But who's counting? Who's counting?
Jan Burrell, she was getting ready to go. I think she had a calendar.
She had a calendar.
Yeah, I'll probably do the same way.
Brittany, are we ready?
Ready? Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We appreciate you joining us tonight. This is the Roy City Council special meeting for October 22nd, 2024. The time is now 5:30. I'd like to welcome and recognize that we have Council Member Sophie Paul with us tonight, Council Member Jackson, Council Member Saxton, and Council Member Scadden with us tonight. We appreciate you joining us. I'm going to go ahead and lead us in a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you will, let's go ahead and we'll just take a moment of silence. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Could you stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Thanks, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Council, we do have one consent item. That's the appointment of for the North Davis Sewer Board, District Board position. I've indicated to you, I sent you an email on that. I'd like to appoint Councilmember Sophie Paul to the District Board. Any comments or questions about that before I ask for a motion to approve the consent items?
Nope, I think that's a good choice.
Great choice.
Okay, hearing none then, do I have a motion then to approve the consent items?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Ann. Thank you, Brian. All in favor? Say aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, okay, the consent items are approved. We'll make arrangements with the district, Brittany, Matt, this week to get that finalized. Council, we have one action item. It deals with consideration of a midterm city council appointment. Let me open with a couple of comments, if you don't mind. Just a little background this morning. The city council interviewed 9 candidates, okay, for the position. We appreciate most of you being here tonight as the city council then weighs in and makes a decision in terms of having someone take this appointed position. I have been through a lot of interviews, and I will tell you, okay, this is probably one of the hardest decisions this council will make. There were some incredible interviews this morning. I don't know if you took a moment and watched them on YouTube. We treat all of our meetings in public, but they certainly were great questions, great answers. I will tell you that the diversity of your input was really great. It was just rewarding to see that. I kept a lot of good notes, and to be very blunt with you, some of the ideas that come out of interview are things we need to do. We just need to do it. They were that good. Never thought about those things before. And so it was a great opportunity for us to get to know many of you, and certainly get to hear your answers and your ideas about what makes Roy City a great place. Certainly, it's my opinion that public engagement makes a difference in our community. And the fact that you are willing to go through this process and consider joining us on the city council to make difficult decisions is commendable to you. It certainly goes to the heart of citizenship. It certainly goes to the heart of commitment. And I don't think you would do it unless you really do care about this city. And we've seen good evidence of that this morning as you voiced your ideas and gave us your feelings. So this was a hard one. I don't know where this is going to go. We'll find out here in a few minutes. But the bottom line is that you need to be commended for the great response to this task, and more importantly, some great ideas that you brought forth that I think are things we need to do. So with that, council, I'll leave open to you to make comments, ask questions, whatever you'd like between yourselves. Council?
I just wanted to say, echo the same thoughts that the mayor had, because out of the 9 people that are on this list, I know 6 of them I know pretty well. And it's a hard decision to make because there were so many good applicants, and which it makes that great for Roy City. And so if you do not get chosen tonight, we will have 3 seats open in 14 months. So please, I feel like The Voice, American Idol, please come back and try again, because there's so many good applicants, and it was really a hard decision, I'm sure, for all of us to make. And so I just encourage you to come back in 14 months if you do not receive this honor tonight, and put your name in again to run for city council.
Yeah, just to piggyback off of what Ann said, thank you to every one of you. That it's commendable that you put yourself out there. To Ann's point, I think I speak broadly for the council. This is not going to be an easy decision. You all came with the best of intentions. You're trying to do what you feel is in the best interest of the city, and I completely and totally respect each and every one of you for putting yourselves out there. I'd also just like to take a second and just say a few quick words about Joe Paul. Joe Paul, I think I went back and he, diligently, respectfully, and with honor served our city for over 12 years between his time on the Planning Commission, his time on City Council. And so I just want to quickly just say thank you, Joe Paul, for taking, the time. I've only served on the council now for 3 years. So for him to be, in a public service capacity for 4 times that long, holy cow, is all I've got to say. But again, thank you for each and every one of you that have, put yourself out there. It's incredibly commendable. And again, you guys did not make this an easy decision. So thank you.
Same thing. I'd like to thank all of the applicants, several who I consider my friends. The city couldn't go wrong with any one of these applicants. Each one of them brings something to the table, and they've shared with us their strengths the whole morning. I was pleasantly surprised as we kept going. I kept thinking, oh my goodness, this is going to be harder than I thought. The love and the passion that they have for the city is very appreciated, and it was very noted, and it was very, we noticed. Roy would be lucky to have any one of them. Thank you for applying. Thank you for being here, and I will ditto the same thing. I'd love to see all these names again on that ballot next in 14 months. So thank you for, thank you for doing this. Thank you for putting yourself out.
I would just add to what's already been said that it was truly a pleasure to get to know those I didn't know before the interview process, and to see so many devoted people to this community. I think Ann pointed out that we're going to need you people to step forward here in 14 months. And I'm looking forward to that because I don't have to run.
I know.
Anyway, but again, thank you for your time, your energy. I don't think the council can lose with this appointment. And so thank you for that.
Well, thank you, council. Great comments. For your information, let me share with you exactly what's about to happen. What I will do is I'm going to call for a roll call vote. The council now has had, since we closed the interviews at about noon, they've had the last 5 or so hours deliberating individually on what they believe is the best candidate. Based on the outcome of that initial vote, if I get a majority, and a majority in this city requires 3 city council members, if I get one individual from the same individual from all 4, then that is a majority. That individual will be selected as the new city council member. If I get 3 of the 4 for a single individual, that is a majority. If in fact it splits, where we get 2 for 1 or whatever it might be, then there's a process we will follow, okay, in order for us to basically narrow it down to the applicant who will be selected. I'll walk you through each step as we go through that if that's necessary. But I want to make sure you have a clear understanding of what's about to take place. The information is random. So what you'll find from Brittany when I ask for a roll call vote, she is randomly selected a city council member. None of the city council members knows who will be first. And then we will go down a process in terms of where we'll ask the city council to make a selection. I'll be looking for 4 names. Some could be the same name from each of the 4 city council members. For the record, the mayor, according to the legislation passed in 2024, interesting enough, the mayor does not have a vote. And in fact, last year in 2023, the mayor could break a tie. But this year, legislators passed a law that says the mayors cannot. And so if it comes to a tie, then according to the law, the city recorder, Brittany, okay, is required to flip a coin. And from a coin class. So she's been practicing, just in case we find ourselves with a tie vote. So it makes it interesting. I get an opportunity to go through all the interviews, and I was really, really impressed. But at the end of the day, I'm a spectator in this process. I just get an opportunity to watch, okay? So hold your breath, take a deep breath, council. Brittany, I'd like a roll call vote from each of the city council members for round 1.
Councilmember Scadden,
Janelle Hurlbert.
Councilmember Saxton,
Diane Wilson.
Councilmember Jackson,
Diane Wilson.
Councilmember Paul. Diane Wilson.
Okay, council, that's a first round, and there is a majority, 3 to 1. Therefore, Diane, you've been selected now as the applicant, okay, who will now take the seat of a city council. Please join us, if you will. For your own information, let me just make sure you understand what that means. Come on up, Diane. What that means is that Diane, in filling this position, will fill this position for 14 months. Hold on, I got to get you sworn in first.
That's what I was thinking.
Sorry, right out front, for 14 months. At that time, she will have to basically, or her position will basically go on the ballot. It'll go on the ballot even though it's an out of cycle. It'll be a 2-year vote, okay, because the position she's acquiring is actually out of cycle. It won't occur technically for another 3 years, a little over 3 years. And so that position will come back in 3 years. But in the interim, the next election cycle, she needs to basically run if she chooses to. And anybody else who might want to run for that position can run. Hence the comments earlier, Ann, you were talking about we could see as many as 4 vacant positions, okay, or at least 4 positions, including the mayor position, that will in fact be on the ballot in next year's election. So we just watch for that, okay? But congratulations, Diane. Let me just make it clear. Brittany is going to issue then the oath of office, okay? We need to take care of that. Okay. Diane, if you'll take a second and, and point out who who's joined you today so we can see who's here.
My husband and great supporter, Leon Wilson.
Okay. Well, please. Okay.
Welcome back, Diane.
Okay, first order of business then we need to basically do, council, is we need to basically, back up, you need to, as a city council, need to elect a mayor pro tem. That is a requirement from, it's actually a requirement. The mayor does not have a vote. And so I'll be asking you, does any of you have an interest to be the mayor pro tem?
Nominate somebody?
I was gonna say, I have an interest, but not a, like, I don't.
I'm not around.
This is,
enough.
try not to be too humble on this. You have to basically, one of you or two of you, however many, and then we'll vote, but one or two of you just need to, or three of you, however you choose to do it, just need to says, I'm interested in being mayor pro tem. This council needs a mayor pro tem when the mayor's not here. So
I'll
just,
jump in.
okay, so Diane's indicated an interest. Anybody else? Let's
I
don't be
was
shy.
gonna, but Diane,
Yeah.
I support you.
Okay, so Diane has showed an interest in the position. Okay, I'd like to do a roll call vote on this one as well, Brittany, so if you would, for mayor pro tem position.
Councilmember Paul,
Yes.
Councilmember Saxton,
Aye.
Councilmember Scadden,
Aye.
Councilmember Jackson,
I,
and Councilmember Wilson.
Aye.
Okay, Diane, you will now be the mayor pro tem for Royce City. Although it's not stated on the agenda, we do have some city manager and council report. Matt, if you will, go ahead and let's go through some of those things we talked about.
Yes, just a couple of things for you. As you know, November 5th is the general election. We also have a scheduled meeting that night in which we are not going to be holding. Brittany and I will be doing the ballots that night for the county. But we will be holding a meeting on November 19th in which the Mayor Dan Doyle, will be absent that meeting. And so Diane Wilson.
Welcome back, Diane.
Yeah, welcome back.
At least
For-
we could do.
November 19th meeting. Also, next week on October 30th, WFRC is doing a workshop downstairs. We're lucky to have it here at Royce City at 4 p.m. That's for the Planning Commission, City Council, and senior staff. Also, there's going to be a fire banquet that the council and the mayor is invited to. That's going to be held on November 2nd, but we need to RSVP by tomorrow, October 23rd. And last but not least, we have our tree lighting ceremony on November 25th at 4:30.
Okay, great rundown. Thank you, Matt. Council, any comments?
Yeah, what did you say, November 25th, tree lighting?
Yes.
It's tree lighting ceremony. Any other comments?
And then
Council?
just a reminder that we're also in the, Public Works has for fall cleanup. They're open,
Yes, they are currently open.
correct?
Yeah, yep. That started yesterday. It runs for 2 weeks, including Saturdays.
Would you please repeat the date for the WFRC?
Yes, it's October 30th downstairs,
4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Okay, any other comments? Okay, a little cleanup business if you don't mind. Council, if you please turn in your interview booklets to Brittany as you walk out today, if you've got them. Put your name on them so that she has the record. Those will be part of the public record that'll go be stored. With that then, hearing nothing else, do I have a motion then to adjourn?
So moved.
Okay, thank you, Randy. I have a second.
Second.
Okay, Brian, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, any opposed? Hearing none, we are adjourned. Thank you, council.